Alright guys, let's get straight to it. I want to try something new with my content, so please stick around at least until the 2-minute mark to help push this video out a bit. While you're watching these oddly satisfying sprunk clips, I want to tell you something actually interesting. Drop a comment about a topic you'd want me to talk about in the future, and today I'll tell you about how World War II started. So, World War II was a terrifying event in human history. It started in Europe, just like all the world wars seem to. Nothing good came from it, and millions of lives were lost. Basically, the main aggressor was Nazi Germany. A totalitarian regime came to power with Hitler at the top. After a lot of blood and struggle, he got full control of the country. And then what did he do? He started pushing aggressive military policies against neighboring countries, pretending like, oh, I tried to make peace, but they were all unreasonable. First, he took over Austria, saying, well, they're basically Germans anyway. Then he went for a chunk of Czechoslovakia, claiming there were Germans living there. Eventually, he just took over the whole Czech part of the country. Then he turned his eyes to Poland. And this, right here, is what officially marks the start of World War II. But before attacking Poland, Hitler sent his foreign minister to Moscow. There they signed this thing called the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. It was officially about peace and friendship, but in reality, it was a secret deal to divide Europe between Germany and the Soviet Union. The USSR soon occupied the Baltic states, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, as well as part of modern-day Moldova, then called Bessarabia, and tried to invade Finland too. That didn't go so well. The Finns fought back and stayed independent. Then, together with Hitler, the Soviets invaded Poland. On September 1st, 1939, Hitler invaded from the west. And about 2.5 weeks later, on September 17th, Soviet forces attacked from the east. So yeah, they literally split Poland in two. That's how the war really kicked off. So as you can see, it wasn't just Hitler. Stalin played a big part too, modern-day Russia's historical figure. After that, France and Britain declared war, but they didn't really do much at first. It was what's known as the phony war, because nobody was really fighting. Later on, Hitler decided to turn on the Soviet Union, thinking they were weak. And well, they kind of were, but there were just so many of them. Plus, the US started helping the Soviets with weapons and support. And eventually, after a ton of suffering and loss of life, the war came to an end. Hope that was interesting. Let me know in the comments if you watched the whole story. Thanks, and see you in the next one.